No, man. Oh, don't look at it. We're not supposed to look at it.
The crows! They're everywhere! Make them go away! Help! Help!
Hello, everyone. Thranxes here, and welcome back.
If I walk, I do not.
Call of Cthulhu, Episode 7.
Does not catch
When
me.
we last left off, we'd given the sleeping pills to our friend to make a diversion from the guard. All these people are very disturbed. Now, what I thought it was going to pull guards from all over, but apparently it only pulls the guard off of this doorway here, which is just as well because it means we'll be able to get into that closet as long as that guard is going to stay there. Now, the one thing we have to look out for is the guard that wanders around inside the kitchen and the guard that wanders around down there at the end of the hall. That's the supply room. No! No! No!
You there!
No! You can't! You can't! You can't! No! We must run!
Come out of your hiding hole.
No! No! Okay, well, we didn't create a very good diversion. Wow. They really try to get you with that noise, don't they?
Crows! They're everywhere! Make them go away! Help! Help! If I do not
Alright,
stop,
so
it
at this
does not
point,
catch me.
we just need to be very careful.
Don't let me sleep in here.
We have the guard that appears behind us. I think we should be able to, if we're quick, just to head right over here to the door. Let ourselves in,
What carnage?
and then close the door. Oh, okay. The windows are covered up. Oh, this place, though. Can I stand up in here? I think I can. I hope we didn't take a sanity hit for that. Oh, I think we did. Macabre discovery. Searching through the cellars of the Riverside Institute, Pierce entered a room that he first took for a morgue, but the advanced state of decay of the corpses that lay about the place quickly made him realize that he was wrong. Nothing could justify the presence of such a charnel house in the hospital. The putrid smell and the total absence of respect for human life, as witnessed by this room, profoundly shocked Pierce, costing him some of his sanity. We're still in a stable condition, though. These discoveries, they require us to investigate. Unfortunately, sometimes that means it's going to cost us. Who might this be? Some sort of weird experimentation. Like, what's even the purpose? It doesn't even... We're going to need another turn wheel for the pressure, I imagine. Ah, the final switch. Ah, a history of medicine in the 20th century. This last opus deals with the history of modern medicine. With knowledge evolving very quickly since the beginning of the century, the contents of this book will prove to be obsolete in a few years. Fair enough. Nope, let's go ahead and break out the lighter just so we can see a little bit here. I was hoping to find another turn wheel, but I suppose this will have to do. We have our electric switch here. I think that's going to be what we need to hit.
All the levers are activated.
So should we go back to that room and see what's changed? I believe it has something to do with the pressure and the gas, but I'm thinking we should head back. That guard isn't there. Have they changed routes? Everybody here is all quiet all of a sudden. I don't want to hide in there. You would think these guys would lose their stuff and get me in a lot of trouble, but perhaps not. Alright, well I don't want to be spotted by that guard, so I think we're going to cut through this direction. And make our way back to the room with all the electricity. Just see what's going on here. Oh, we have this. This might in fact start the diversion. We might not need to do any other part other than this. But what is this going to do? Alright, well I'm ready to be out of this place. Let's just see what happens.
That should draw the attention of the guards. I should hide.
Damn it! What's going on? Hey!
No! No! Oh! Okay, so they're right there. So I need to go around.
That should draw the attention of the guards. I should hide.
Damn it! What's going on? Is there somebody? Gotta let Fuller know. You can bet he'll blame us.
Okay. Alright, it looks like that is an adequate diversion. Okay, it looks like they're retreating and leaving the room, perhaps? Nope, no, they're in the room, they're fiddling with switches, so I need to go around. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We don't want to run and draw attention. Although we didn't get to the admin room, we didn't get to the very last room. I'm tempted to try to get in there. That individual's not talking anymore. Still locked? Indeed it is. Okay. Alright, not a problem. Let's head back over in this direction. So this individual doesn't have a lantern, which is going to make sneaking around them very difficult. We should study their habits here. Hopefully they don't turn around. I want to read what's on these desks and in these drawers. Is there nothing? Nope, no, no. No, I'm not in here. You don't see me. Let's get out over this direction. Although I thought they came in here at some point. There's really nothing of investigative value in here, other than the keys. Okay. I don't know if we're going to need those, but we have them now. We should be able to just walk right through the exit, as long as they're still occupied with all that electricity in there. Oh yeah, look at this. No guards. Which way do we go? What is this? Poor fool.
Doctor,
Oh,
is that you?
Thranxes Sanders.
Don't you worry about the doctor. Right now, he'll have plenty to keep him busy with his precious machine. It gives us time to get away. I'll undo you.
Okay.
Get away? Get away where? I can't go anywhere. It'll find me, like it found me here. You're mistaken about the beast. Don't stay with me, or you'll end up the same way.
No. We must escape. Oh, I don't have medicine professional. I sent something unnatural.
What is the exact nature of the beast you're running away from?
You've got instinct, a sensitivity for the invisible. It puts you in danger.
Oh no.
The creature that is pursuing me is not from our world.
Right?
After what I've seen so far on this island, I'm ready to believe.
I'm ready to believe you.
Don't do that! Do not believe, or you'll end up like us all.
What happened to you, Sanders?
The real culprit is Sarah. Her and her accursed paintings.
You're kidding me. You're talking about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh no.
The one and only. The legendary. There is no artist more enlightened or cursed than Sarah Hawkins.
In her office, I saw signs of a ritual, perhaps an invocation. These things, that's what makes you say she's cursed.
You're wrong. It was not an invocation, but a revocation.
A revocation.
But she failed. And that's what counts.
What's going on this island?
I'm so sorry. We should never have met.
What are you talking about?
Destiny! It has trapped you. Don't let it see you, or you won't be able to escape it. Don't look at it. That's how it finds you.
What finds me?
Okay, don't look at it.
Sarah Hawkins' visitor.
Don't believe it.
The Shambler.
The Shambler.
Sanders, pull yourself together.
Without her, it's no longer possible to save me.
Oh no.
No!
Sanders! What the hell?
Okay. Can we react? Can we move?
I gotta...
Oh.
Okay. This is insane. What killed him?
I'm pretty sure we lost some sanity there. If I'm not mistaken. My goodness. So we do have points, and I'm going to take them in spot hidden. I do like that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the sanity. Indeed, we've lost more sanity to the death of Thranxes Sanders. The weirdness of Thranxes Sanders' death went far beyond anything Pierce had ever seen. Lifted off his feet by an invisible force, the poor man's body was carried into the air before being thrown violently against the bars of his hiding place. Pierce, powerless, watched the limbs break and Sanders' body crumble to the ground. During long moments of agony, the detective saw something that could explain this event. Weakened by his wounds and the operations he could remember undergoing, Pierce begins to question his ability to tell the difference between reality and the nightmares that haunt him. Thranxes Sanders, retired art dealer, moved to Darkwater to find some peace and quiet, as well as artifacts from lost civilizations. Fascinated by the work of Sarah Hawkins, he set his heart on owning one of her strangest paintings, the Shambler. He was so insistent and adept in his request to buy the painting that the painter gave it to him. And then, of course, we have the books, the medical history. So wait a second, didn't we look at No, not the medical. Chapter 3, 2. It would have been 2, right? It was a manifest, wasn't it? Hold on. Chapter 3. Clues. It's been our inventory, perhaps? I'm trying to remember. Okay, so Thranxes is done for. We're just going to take a little peek around. I'm tempted to go back in there and examine Thranxes. No, perhaps not. They don't want us to do any part of that. Okay, so we have upstairs. Looks like it could be a way out. I mean, we absolutely want to escape, but if there's any extra knowledge to be gained, the question is this the way out, or is the other door the way out? I'm inclined to say this was meant to happen. Oh, I don't know. What if I try to go back out the door? This looks like it could be the escape route. Oh, then what's in the other way? Oh, I feel like I'm only going to get to pick one direction. I'm paralyzed with indecision. No, we're going to stick with the path we originally chose. If that is indeed the escape, then we're going to take this way. Unless this too is the escape. But perhaps we could have exited this place without ever having to witness the death of Thranxes. Oh no. No. Okay. We just have to run. Which way? Okay, that door's locked. Let's go out this way. Oh no.
Damn!
No.
The gas!
Oh, we turned the pressure up on the valves. Why did I do that?
My head.
Later. We need to move on.
Wait. Bradley? Oh, Chapter 6. Pierce woke up in an asylum installed in the cellars of the Riverside Institute. He met Dr. Colden, a female friend of Bradley, who helped him to escape. Wandering through the corridors of this place where Dr. Fuller reigns supreme, Pierce was able to talk to a man called Francis Sanders. Before dying in full view of the detective, he accused Sarah Hawkins of being the cause of his torments. Pierce finally left the accursed building accompanied by Bradley and Colden. The companions in misfortune decide to use the Hawkins mansion as a hideout. My goodness. We're going to go back to the mansion? But we know they do the rituals underground. No, man. Oh, don't look at it. We're not supposed to look at it.
Who goes there?
Oh, man.
That nightmare again.
I
need a drink.
Need a drink? Indeed. Okay, well, this place isn't so bad in the light of day, I suppose. Let's take a look at the updated journal here. Oh, we've got more skills. We're going to take Spot Hidden. Sanity. No, we did suffer sanity loss, but we did not experience another logged mental trauma, so I suppose that's better than nothing. Francis Sanders has this has changed. Francis Sanders knew Sarah Hawkins so well that he accused her of being the source of his suffering. The man gouged his eyes out with his own hands and smeared the walls of his cell with esoteric symbols. He seemed to be obsessed with a shambler linked to Sarah Hawkins. He died before my eyes in circumstances I cannot explain. Oh, the cellars of the Riverside Institute. Strictly speaking, I didn't spend much time in the hospital. When I woke up, I was immediately transferred into the cellars of the Institute, a sort of clandestine asylum where Dr. Fuller carried out his experiments on patients without being troubled. Unknown machines sit beside anatomical drawings that are disturbing, to say the least. I just managed to escape from this place. I might not have as much luck another time. And they're talking about the doctor. Okay, I guess I should go down there and let everybody know I'm okay. They don't seem the slightest bit concerned. But why is Bradley here? I could have sworn Bradley died.
Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
Oh, is it fine? I just suffocated on some traumatic fumes, and you're telling me it's fine? I'm glad to know you approve of the time that it took for me to rest and get healed. Good night.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
What about
Who
you?
else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us,
Right?
what happened?
Sarah Hawkins was the object of a cult, or... No, I don't have the... Should be dead. No. Sarah Hawkins was committed. Did Fuller found Riverside? Let's use our occultism. Sarah Hawkins was the object of a
I saw
cult.
people in hoods. They had stolen Mrs. Hawkins' paintings.
Who are you talking about? Why would they do such a thing?
Exactly.
I don't know, but they were a threat. They've taken over the caves under the mansion. They were performing some kind of ritual. One of the entryways was under Charles Hawkins' office.
Bradley was
We
there.
suspect Mr. Hawkins of being involved.
My patients believe the old islanders used to worship primitive sea gods. Could they be the focus of the cult?
Am I hearing this right?
Could be.
So you think me gullible?
No, not at all.
What else did you uncover, Mr. Pierce?
You did see Charles was alive. See, I can't say you should be dead because I don't have a professional medical skill, but I watched him get killed. Okay, alright. His uniform's not even torn. There's no blood on it. You did see Charles was alive.
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
You
The
were
fact
there!
that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were
You
there.
were there, Bradley.
Thank you, thank you.
Even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death?
Ugh,
Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
what?
That's possible.
Seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Your memory seems to be failing you.
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
Right?
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor, then,
Then what?
the rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
Exactly.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital, and called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel.
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
No, let's talk about that. That's my point. Ugh. I'm sure I don't have the psychology skill for this, because no, we're going to leave that be. I haven't done anything with the psychology skill. Did Fuller found Riverside?
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fuller's creation.
His father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
Two families inextricably linked.
Right.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Oh.
Yes, and as you could tell, Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know the risks. I don't fear him. Do you wish to know anything else?
Yes, I do. Tell me about Sarah Hawkins being committed.
I found a file bearing Sarah Hawkins' name in the Institute's basement.
It makes sense. A powerful family like the Hawkins had the means to hide such a disgrace.
But everyone knows the Fullers have been taking care of the Hawkins for at least a generation. And all were aware of Mrs. Hawkins' fragility.
Perhaps, but no one would allow a psychiatric internment.
From what I read in the file, Fuller used her as a subject of his experiments.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins, subjects of Dr. Fuller. Why those two?
The paintings. Oh, and by the way, I saw dead
Dr.
bodies.
Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, chains, and tools of all kind.
Yes, I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Right?
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
It's the truth,
so?
Ethan, and I'll prove it to you. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
Well, that was really all I had for you. I guess, Bradley, because we're gonna ping them all, I guess I'm gonna test my psychology. No, because if I get it wrong, I'm sure there'll be a consequence. I'm not going to do it. I might be onto a lead.
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
Yeah.
He knew Sarah Hawkins, and that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
Stay away from that one. Don't do it. He called him the Shambler.
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say?
There you go.
That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
Exactly.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
Ooh.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
Oh. Decisions have to be made. If I follow my gut, I say let's stay prudent.
You're right. Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not jump to conclusions.
Exactly.
That seems wise indeed.
This will affect
Very
your
well.
destiny.
I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
I'll do my best indeed. Okay, talk to Sanders' widow. We also said we need a drink. Let's see if they'll let us... Yeah, let's have a drink. This will affect your destiny. Just a little bit. We're trying to take the edge off here. Trying to take the edge off. Okay. So we got a new mention of Dr. Fuller in our journal. The senior physician at Riverside, Dr. Fuller reigns as the undisputed master of the Riverside Institute and of its cellars, in which he carries out illegal experiments on his patients. I don't know what he has done to me, but I shouldn't be back on my feet so soon after my fall when the tunnels under the Hawkins mansion caved in. This man is dangerous, and I'd swear that he knows more about all this business than he's willing to tell. Okay, so now we need to go and find the Sanders widow and have a discussion with them, although it looks like I can speak to them individually.
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
And what about you, Bradley?
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
I would be confused if I was disemboweled by Octopus Man too. Alright, well that's where we're going to wrap this episode up. This has been episode 7. Thank you so much for joining me. I do hope you've had a good time watching, because as always, I've had a good time playing. Just be sure to do me a big favor and hit the like button if you have had a good time watching, and subscribe and ring the bell if you haven't already done so. But until next time, take care.